We'll get you out here before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. Deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Play. So let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with Chris Ruffolo with us. Rod Zawacky will sign in momentarily. Matt Fargo, Joey Tron, Wayne Scott. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. Ruffalo, Fargo, Scott, Tron, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, still 15 games on the board for Major League Baseball. And we'll get this show underway right now as we'll start. Welcome, Ben and Chris Ruffalo. You catch over at Pick Dogs Premium here. And we'll get some baseball coverage from his Toronto Blue Jays here. Another disappointment late last night. We'll see if another one's in store here for this Toronto outfit. We're having conversations before the show. Let's bring him in right now. Oh, wait a minute. Went a little too far here on this stream deck. We'll get to Chris here. Ready to go. Chris, what's happening? Uh-oh. Migraine's sitting
I'm just trying to get through another trade deadline with this Blue Jays team. Tony, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. It looks like there's a lot of Blue Jays on the shelf here for other teams to shop for.
Yeah, there's Blue Jays on the shelf. There's Blue Jays in the window for sale. There's everything going on, and
is there anybody with a blue light flashing all over them?
No, there's something. They got a blue light for something. I don't know what it is, but there's a red light special, and we're probably going to get taken to the woodshed for it. But that's okay. It's life of a Toronto sports fan, unfortunately.
Oh boy, a little rough. Well, at least you got a WNBA team coming soon.
Yeah, one that's going to play across Canada. Not even a true Toronto team. They've said that it's going to be a Toronto team, and they're probably going to play the majority of their games in Toronto, but they're still going to be. They're going to represent Canada, so they're going to have a bunch of games that are like neutral site games. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, we'll see when you're out on the West Coast. Maybe they can go back to BC for a home game.
Yeah, there we go. The Vancouver Grizzlies making the return.
There you go. Vancouver out in BC. Maybe they're a little too late to put them in BC place. I think Caitlin Clark phenomenon may be over with after a season or two, but we'll see how that rolls. All right, speaking of West Coast, we're out west again for this one. Giants and Blue Jays. The Giants $1.50. We see a total of 7.
Yeah, and I was looking at this game, up and down, trying to see like where I can find the value. And I like the price at minus 150, but you know what? I think we can go a little bit further with this. The thing with me with Chris Bassitt is that if I could sum up Chris Bassitt's road starts this season, it's probably Murphy's Law. What has gone wrong usually does for Bassitt. It's always something. If the offense doesn't back him up, it's when he pitches well. If he pitches terribly, the offense shows up, but it's not enough. Or sometimes it's a combination of both. In his starts this season on the road, he's pitched better on the road this season. Last year was the opposite. He pitched better at Rogers Center. But this year, the Jays are just 2-6 as a team in his 8 road starts. They've lost the last 3 by 1 run, but I think that pattern is going to change here. The Jays, they just don't have a trustworthy bullpen. The offense isn't producing consistently enough to really be able to trust, especially against a guy like Logan Webb, who does the best work of his career at home at Oracle Park. He's got an ERA just over 2 at home this season. The Giants do a great job winning games in San Francisco with Logan Webb on the mound. He's normally a guy that can give you 6-7 solid innings, and even then, the Giants have the far better bullpen. I'm going to go with the Giants here on the run line, laying the 1.5 runs, minus 142. I don't think they need a walk-off tonight. I think they take care of business in this one rather handily.
All right, Chris here on the Giants here, getting that plus money when you go to the run line. Big difference here in the run line, $1.50 to $1.49. Of course, the Giants are the home team, but man, that's a big discrepancy there.
Yeah, I think part of it is just because, like I said, the 3 starts on the road for Bassitt in the month of June have all been 1-run losses. They lost 2-1 to the Oakland A's, 5-4 to Milwaukee, 7-6 to Boston. And even then, Bassitt went 7+ innings in 2 of those 3 starts, and they still found a way to lose them. So I can understand why maybe there's a bit of a discrepancy, but I still think that this is one of those games where the Giants kind of pull away, maybe with a couple of late runs off of that Blue Jays bullpen.
Yeah, it's been a disappointment here. Blue Jays 41-50. Of course, nobody's out of it. It seems like in baseball. Do you see a run in this team at all as we hit in the second half season after the All-Star break?
As a fan, I want to say yes. As a realist, I'm going to say probably not because there are going to be sellers at the trade deadline. Bassett, Kikuchi, those are some of the guys that are up for sale. Justin Turner's probably going to be on the way out as well. They're going to be, I think they're just going to try to stockpile the farm system up again, try to get some prospects in. The main thing for me is if you're the Blue Jays, you got to have something to build around if you're going to try to rebuild it from the ground up. So I would think it would be a mistake if they trade away guys like Guerrero Jr. and Bichette. Bichette's probably the more likely of the ones to move, but I definitely think the starting rotation that you see over the next week is not going to be the starting rotation that you see in a month.
The sad part of this whole equation is Gausman, Bassett, Barrios, Kikuchi, Rodriguez, fairly healthy, right? Healthy. You got healthy starting staff, and they're still screwing up. That's the sick. When you look at some of these starting staffs, there's multiple guys hurt, and these teams are still winning. But you've got almost, other than Manoah, a perfect health situation here in Toronto with not only your starting staff but with your bullpen.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Kikuchi had 13 strikeouts last night or something like that. He had a fantastic game, and the bullpen, let it get away on him. Let me just pull up the number. 13 strikeouts over 7 1/3 innings of work, and Trevor Richards blows the save. And it's like, you can only do so much when, you're pitching well. But if the bullpen behind you is going to just give it up, it really, it leaves a lot to be desired. And like you said, this is the healthiest this staff has been. It's kind of like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah, this is a really bad break for Toronto to go through this first half healthy as they are. If you would have said before the season, hey, you're not going to have any your starters are going to be healthy by July 10th.
Now, I will say this, though. The thing about the Blue Jays where the injuries have hurt them is at the top end of their bullpen. They're missing their closer in Jordan Romano. You could argue that Jimmy Garcia has been their best reliever this season. He's injured. He's out with an elbow injury. Eric Swanson has been out. He's been dealing with issues as well. So the best part of this Blue Jays bullpen is gone, and they just cut Tim Meza, who had an ERA over 8 this season, but he was one of their better relievers over the last couple of seasons. So it's just, again, just can't do anything right if you're the Toronto Blue Jays right now.
Yeah, that's just rough there. Chris here on the Giants run line, going to get that big plus here, plus 142, plus 150. Do your line shopping, get the best number tonight, 9:45 Eastern time. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, baseball all day throughout the night tonight. As you can see, 15 games still remaining on the board tonight. You can see Chris with the great results in baseball this year. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got my MLB pick-off placed on the board for $19. I also got that as part of my walk-off Wednesday 3-pack. If you hop on a long-term pass, you're going to get some bonus MLB plays in there as well. Not plays I don't like. They're still on my premium side. It's just the 3 plays that are on the board for sale as a 3-pack are my top 3 of the day. But I love all the plays I have over at Pick Dogs Premium, so make sure you guys go on over and check them out.
Check them out at Pick Dogs Premium with Chris. Get the long-term pass. That's the roll. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. All right, Chris, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you next week. Of course, we got a lot going on at Pick Dogs. We catch you on the morning show as well as your video series with WNBA with Jay.
Yeah, we're having a great time doing those WNBA videos. Yeah, the morning show, got all the daily content as well. So just love what I'm doing at Pick Dogs. Love producing all the content, and we're gonna have plenty more. Even though we're in the dog days of summer, you blink, and we're gonna be talking about NFL preseason. So stay tuned.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame game less than about 3 weeks away. It's getting close, guys. So it's, of course, during the All-Star break, we're still on the air with the drive-through. Of course, we know what we do. We get season win totals from NFL, college football. It's time to go to work, Chris, and football next week.
And we still got WNBA. They still got a few games before they head into the Olympic break. So the grind never stops.
Grind never stops, and I know some of those folks out there who really need the action will look at the Vegas Summer League to get them through the All-Star break.
Those, and we were joking about it before we came on the air, Sunbelt win totals. We'll get us through, I promise.
Sunbelt win totals, no doubt. All right, Chris, have yourself a great week. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Sounds good, Tony. Take care.
Yeah, Chris Ruffolo here on the drive to. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Chat pick of the day. Let's get it right here tonight. Yankees and Rays. If you like the Yankees at plus 112, letter A. B for the Rays. C to go over, D to go under. That's our chat pick of the day. So just type in the letter in the chat, and of course we'll keep tabs of it throughout the show, and then we will announce the chat pick at the end of the show. So get those coming in right now. First one off the bat's the Yankees from Justin 1890. So we'll see if the Yankees can get off the schneid here. A lot of pressure being put on now by the general manager. We'll see if that will turn them around here. Of course, now we've got 2-1 on the Yankees. We do Lando 86 coming in with the Rays. Actually, Kellyanne and Blake coming in here with the Rays. So the Rays now the early leader here as we begin the chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Looks like we'll bring in Matt Fargo up next. You can catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him in right now with baseball coverage tonight. Let's bring him into the show here. I think we'll be ready to roll in just a second. All right. Went too far. All right, let's go the other way here. We'll bring in Matt. Here we go. Matt, what's going on?
Hey, Tony. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. All right, here we go. We're going to pull the game up for you today. We're going to go back to this. They had a lot of runs scored yesterday. Athletics and Red Sox head-to-head again for Game 2 of this series. Boston, $1.88 total, now up to 10.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at Oakland tonight. Oakland's having a rough year once again. Are they bad? Fair to say yes. I think they've had some bad luck. 17 one-run losses this year, which is third most in baseball. So they've been a lot more competitive this year than they have in the last couple of years when they were really, really bad. So I think there's value with the run line here. I think Boston is just overpriced. They've played well, 7-1 their last 8 games. They're 10 games over 500, overall now. But they're still not, playing great at Fenway. They're 2 games under 500 at home. So, I just think they're overvalued in this spot. Oakland's going with J.P. Sears, who, with the exception of 2 bad starts against Minnesota and Baltimore, which are 2 of the top offenses in baseball in terms of OPS. But he's been pretty consistent for the most part with 10 starts with 3 runs or less. So against this offense that is middle of the road, I think he can do all right here. On the other side, Nick Pivetta started off great with 2 good starts, and he hit the IL, and he just hasn't been the same. He's just been kind of all over the place, and his splits are opposite of I think what they should be. Like he has a 2.97 ERA on the road, but a 5.52 ERA at Fenway this year. So I just think he's overpriced in the spot. We're going to grab the value, I think, with the run line at plus 1.5, minus 120-ish, and sprinkle a little bit on the money line as well for an outright Oakland win. But I think the extra half run here is very valuable.
All right, Matt here on the run line with Oakland. Do your line shopping. I see minus 113, minus 120-ish. You guys do your line shopping, get the best number. One thing that has been consistent this year has been the Oakland bullpen. That's kept them in games, kept them away from that talk of being like one of the worst teams in all of baseball, is that they've gotten some good work out of the bullpen. They'll get some good starts here and there. And also the hitting's come up, picked up here of late.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a very young roster, sure. And, they've been going through their problems. But, the bullpen, especially their closer, Morris, he's phenomenal. I don't know if he's going to be – they're talking about him getting shipped out. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. It's funny. Some of these teams, like these low, salary teams, they just want to get rid of prospects. And Oakland's obviously in a tough situation with, the sale going on, whatnot, where they're going to be, all that stuff. But, yeah, it's a good roster. The bullpen has been good, and the hitting has come alive. The offense hasn't been great all year, but consistently they're getting better, I feel, anyways. And I just think, Boston versus Oakland, of course, Boston will be favored big. It's just name versus name. So I think you have to pick your spots with the Athletics. I think this is one of those tonight.
There you go, because Boston is over season long, have not been a good home team, not been a good home favorite, losing over five units this year. And they do have a negative run differential at home to these Red Sox over in the high teens here. So here we go with Oakland here. Run line, take the 1.5, minus 120-ish here against the Red Sox tonight, 7 Eastern time. All right, Matt, let's take a look over at Pick Doctrine for tonight's action. Of course, it's a lot of baseball tonight. 14-game card. Twins have just hit back-to-back homers, tied up 2-2 against the White Sox. What do you have going on over at Pick Dog Premium?
Well, I'm coming off a win with the White Sox in Game 1. Nice underdog win there. I have 2 games tonight in a double play. You get over Pick Dogs for $40. And coming up this weekend, you have CFL action. And looking for a good finish before the All-Star break the next 4 days.
That's right, guys. Got aboard Matt Fargo over at Pink Dog Crib. Good time to get the long-term passes. Remember that 30-day pass? Put all the 30 days for baseball, WNBA. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. All right, Matt, as always, great having you show. Have a great evening. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it. Good luck, everyone.
You as well. Here we go. Matt Fargo here on the drive through. Let's continue here on the show. Keep an eye on this chat pick of the day here as we will keep an eye on it right now. It is the Yankees and the Rays. If you like the Yankees, A, B for the Rays, C over, D under. Right now, we've got 3 on the Rays. We've got 2 on the Yankees, so keep these picks coming in, and we will track them. Actually, we are now even deadlocked at 3-3 as we just got another Yankee in. Actually, sorry, we got another 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, we got 4 there and 2 here. So 4-2 now in favor of the Rays. Sorry, just got another one in here for the Yankees, 4-3. It is the current count. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Up next, we're going to bring in Wayne Scott. Find him over at Pig Dog Crib. Wayne enjoying a great baseball year this year over at Pig Dogs. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? Everything's solid with me today. Hope everything's going good with you.
Everything going great here. We're going to take a look here at the game beginning in a few minutes here. It'll be this one here, 640 Guardians and the Tigers. We see the Guardians $1.42, total 7.5.
Yeah, this is one of them games where I love this game. I really don't love the number, but I'm here to give it out for you guys. A little parlay piece for me, but definitely in my books a solid single bet as well. Just a little high on the number, but we got Cleveland, Detroit divisional game. Cleveland has kind of ran away in this division. Both of these teams 6-4 in their last 10. Cleveland coming off a win. We have 2 pitchers that face each other earlier this year, May 8th, one-run game. I do think this will be another close game, but I think the determining factors that kind of determine that game and just determine how Cleveland has played all season will factor into this game, which is a very solid bullpen. I do think Cleveland has the edge of the pitching advantage. Reese Olson, solid pitching, but at the end of the day, no matter how good you pitch, your team has to back you. He's only 3-8 when he's on the mound and 1-5 in night games. On the other side of that, Tanner Beebe, my nickname Tanner Baby, is one of the pitchers I love to back for Cleveland, and that's because they love to back him. He's 7-3 and 4-1 when he's playing in away games. This Cleveland team has been solid in away games all season. When they're both batting right-handed pitchers on the season, Cleveland is batting right-handed pitchers stronger, but as of late, it's more even. But I think this game comes down to Cleveland having the strongest starting pitcher, Cleveland backing their starting pitcher all year, and the bullpen of this game. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that juice with Cleveland here.
All right, we got Wayne here going to lay it here with the Guardians tonight here against the Tigers. A hard luck pitcher here in Reese Olson, who, again, as you mentioned, team just 4-13 behind him, losing over 9, almost 9.5 units. They went for a bye up here. And let's do here, the Detroit Tigers bullpen has not been effective at home. They actually have a minus 17 run differential at home. And boy, the Guardians, a big plus 46 run differential on the road. They've been really getting good offensive production, this Guardians team. Much different than we've seen in the past several years.
No, for sure. One of those teams that kind of always had the pitching there. Maybe the bullpen hasn't been as good as it's been this year, but the bats is what's been surprising for this Cleveland team, and they just run away. They're smacking teams on the run line. I do like this game for them to pull away on the run line. Like I said, with their bullpen being as stingy as they have been, but I think the better play is the one run because the Tigers are feisty. They can bring the bats here and there, and they do have a good pitcher up. But at the end of the day, they just seem to find a way to lose when Reese Olson is on the mound. And I just love what I've been seeing from Cleveland in spots like these.
There you go.
Another thing I like to mention, I don't take much into it, but I do like to look at it. Cleveland 17-9 on the season in Game 3. And Detroit 9-18 on Game 3. Detroit plays their worst baseball in Game 3 of series, while on the other hand, Cleveland plays their best baseball. Just another small edge. While I'm just leaning Cleveland here.
There you go. Edging Cleveland here with Wayne. Of course, so Wayne, I know we're going to look at summer. You wait till the Friday, July 12th, when they get to Vegas to do the Summer League. But we do have a game on the board tonight from Olympic basketball. I don't know if you looked at it. Team Canada against Team USA. We see Team USA favored about 11.5, total 198.
Yeah, man. I like the way Canada is built, and I'm gonna take those points with Canada, but it is a little scary because I do think the USA is going to come out the gate, try to make a statement. If they can blow you out, I think they will, but I think Canada has the pieces and are stingy enough and have good depth on this team to keep it competitive here. So I'm gonna take those points with Canada in this one.
All right, Wayne, look at the points here, plus 11.5 here. Team USA and Team Cat, of course, Wayne covers basketball year-round. We covered World Cup. We covered international play. He'll get into the Summer League when we get into Vegas. That's when he does it. I know we still have games to be played in California. I think we're in Utah as well.
Yep.
But once they get to Vegas, then he's all ears, ready to roll here with the Vegas Summer League. And, of course, he'll be keeping an eye on this Olympic, these friendlies, as you call them, before the Olympics. And then when we get to the Olympics, Wayne will be firing in on some of these Olympic basketball.
Most definitely, and I keep up with the Cali and them sometime, but it just the Vegas is just the bigger one that intrigues me more. I do like the startup tournaments in these other places, but I like to keep up the one that has more of the teams in there.
Yeah, more teams, more eyeballs. There, everybody be in Vegas, and of course the players like to go to Vegas. It's a good place to hang out and check out the teams. It'll be fun times there. So keep an eye here all throughout the summer as Wayne will be covering international basketball like he did last year. Remember with that big hit with Germany?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And there's also some great lines out there. USA minus 500. Deservingly so with the players who signed up, but at the end of the day, you got to play. It's just not on the paper. We see big numbers like that all the time fall short. So there's some teams out there that are just as competitive. USA, they have the chemistry. That's the one thing that I like to look for. Chemistry takes you a long way in tournaments like this. And there's some pricey numbers out there that I'll be looking to attack and give out to you guys later, as Tony mentioned.
Durant will miss tonight's game. As you know, Kawhi will not play. It's in the Clippers feel it's the best interest if Kawhi does not play. So the Clippers are going to take the hit for that one. I don't know. They're going to take it. Derek White. Also, this is a big issue, right? Coming in with the Team USA, you're going to battle these situations where they just went through a grind through the NBA regular season. Of course, that you can say that too for the international players, for the few international players that play in the NBA. There's many out there, but injuries here are going to could be a factor here going into this.
I don't even know why Kawhi is on this team if he's going to do this. He's doing the same thing that he does in season. Although this past season he played one of his some of his most games, but if you're not going to play, man, you're taking up a spot of somebody younger like my guy Paolo or something could have been on this team. He would have loved to play every game, wouldn't have missed a minute, and you're already holding out. So. Yeah, it's just one of them things that they're going to have to deal with. I understand the grind. I understand some of these guys that committed are up in age, but at the same time, you got a whole country behind you. We want to see you guys play, and we want to see you guys represent.
That's right. And of course, is there a team select? I know the USA team number 2 is usually called USA Select. They usually have exhibitions against the A team, right? We see that once in a while.
Yeah, actually, the Magic's head coach Mosley is coaching that team, and they have some solid second, third year guys on that team. So yeah, they can always bring in one of them if injury or anything. Somebody backs out, they need to fill in the roster. That's where they go to.
So USA B team is called USA Select. Sometimes you see them in next. They might have had. I think it was scrimmage. I think they did scrimmage against them. They usually televise it when the Select plays the Team USA. They usually show that, but I think it was a scrimmage this time.
Yeah, most definitely. I remember that back. I don't know when they kind of stopped showing it, but I definitely remember the battles when they used to show it, like on ESPN and stuff. The Select team play the USA team. I'm not sure why they don't do it. It's more closed in, but you've seen highlights. I think this was one of the first years that they invited the dude Cooper. They had one college player on there, Cooper Flag. Yeah, he got to play with them guys. I'm not sure what made them decide to invite him, but I think that's pretty dope to give him an opportunity to play with a team full of NBA guys. So
Yeah, to let everybody know who the Bulls are going to tank for. we got to figure out what's going on, because there'll be a lot of those things going on throughout the season. You got to identify the tanking teams. You got to identify them early, man, because a loss in October and November means the same in losing in February and March. So some of these teams might think of tanking early.
Nah, for real. And when you got a legit prospect like this, you know these guys are going to be taken just to get somebody like somebody who can change a roster. Not so much like this year in the draft. We didn't see a battle for the tankathon, but I think we'll be back full effect for Cooper Flag next year. So like Tony said, if you can identify some of the teams that are going to be wanting him that bad early, you can make some money just on fading them in the right spots.
That's right. Keep an eye. I know NBA's still 3 months away, guys. It comes quick. So just a reminder there. Keep your eyes open here. Identify. You got to always be on the lookout here. All right, Wayne here for the show, The Guardians tonight, beginning in a few minutes. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick.Print for nice action. Of course, on the board tonight, we have Major League Baseball. Of course, we also have that's all baseball, right? A lot of baseball. Tonight, of course, the Vegas Summer League begins on Friday. You can see Wayne enjoying a great baseball year, 1,759 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, solid baseball card for me. I do have a 3-pack. I have my best bet, which I've been rolling in, hit 3, looking to hit my 4th straight. Had 2 WNBA plays. I got greedy, guys. I hit the spread on both of them, but one of them money line, and I lost the money lines, but the spreads won. Just got to be careful when you're trying to go money line on these WNBA games. But my best bet for baseball is still out there. My 3-pack is still out there. You can pair me up with one of these fine handicappers you see on the show, and we'll continue to put money in your pockets.
That's right, guys. Got to the Wayne Scott over at Pick Dog Cream. You see the great results from Wayne. 1,759 units of profit in baseball, all documented. Verify that over at Pick Dogs. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. Save 15% off all Wayne's premium pick packages. All right, Wayne, it's always great having you show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you tomorrow. But let everybody know we can catch some boxing picks from you as you study the boxing as well.
Yeah, like I said, solid. Yesterday's show is a solid fighter that fights this weekend. He's getting pretty popular about a fight. He's about 28-0. Jerron Ennis. Try to break that down, get you guys some plus money, and kind of pick what rounds I feel like he's going to stop this guy. He does have a decent contender that's in front of him, but I do think he'll get the stoppage. I just got to study again and deep dive on what round I believe he's going to be in.
That's right. Keep an eye, guys. Like, subscribe, set notifications. When Wayne drops those boxing picks, you get them right away. All right, Wayne, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again on the show on tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Most definitely, Tony T. As always, man. Appreciate you for having me, and good luck on all your bets out there, Pick Dog family.
As well, Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here, guys. Keep an eye on that chat. Pick of the day. It's the Yankees and Rays right now. It is Rays by a slim margin, 6-4. We do have one to the over, and we'll keep tabs on that. Keep these picks coming. We'll recap throughout the show and tell you who it is at the end. Shout out there, Ziggy Balls, for his shout out there in the chat. Let's continue on here on the show. Up next, it's time for Joey Tron. Catch him over at Pick Dog Scrim. We'll bring Joey in right now. We'll talk about his video series as well here as he covers NASCAR here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Let's getting him in right now. Joey Tron, ready to roll. Joey, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. All right, here we go tonight. Nationals Mets head-to-head. We see the Mets a big favorite here. Total sits 9.5, but you'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, so instead of looking at an outright winner, I'm looking at a home run prop tonight, and I really like Pete Alonso to hit a homer. He's got great splits against Patrick Corbin. He's hitting 326 and has a 717 slugging percentage and 46 at-bats against him. He has 5 home runs and an OBP of 439. He's hitting a 450 slugging percentage in his last 6 home games as well. Corbin's allowed 6 home runs across 55.1 innings pitched on the road this season. And at plus 300, this is an amazing price for Pete Alonso. The wind's blowing out to left tonight out at Citi Field. Super humid. One good shot, and this ball's sailing out of here for him.
All right, we got Joey here on Pete Alonso to hit that homer at plus 300. It's going to get that swing ready for that defend that home run. That's the contest coming up next week. But again, it's all about Corbin is someone who just gives them up.
Yeah, he's he's not a good pitcher. He's 1-8 on the season. He has a high 5.37 ERA. He hasn't won since the early May. I just think this is a great spot for Pete Alonso tonight.
Yeah, Corbin still is up there. With that big contract, I guess they try to protect the GM. But again, Joey, he'll be on Alonso with that home run. You see the good plus money tonight at top of the hour. All right, there we go with Joey's picks. Let's take a look over at Pick Dog for nice action. A lot of baseball. We got game 2 start between Twins and White Sox. It's a 2-2 tie there, so 14 games remaining here, getting a few started. Joey enjoying a great WNBA season. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, I cashed my WNBA total of the day earlier today. It was on the under for the Aces and the Storm. And I just have 2 MLB plays up for tonight. Stack your bankroll before the All-Star break. Check out what we're all about. And most importantly, use the code PICK for 15% off.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Joey Tron over at Pick Dog. Stream some great results here from Joey. Remember, the long-term pass is the way to go. And then use that promo code PICK, as he mentioned. All right, Joey, as always, great having your show. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week. But let everybody know we can catch your video series here in Pick Dogs as you cover the NASCAR.
Yeah, so I have a NASCAR video series. It's called Start Your Engines with Joey Tron. It drops every Friday. Currently working on this week's race, but they're going to be racing at Pocono Raceway. Last week we cashed in on the plus 260 with Hendrick Motorsport to win the race, so that was definitely a nice winner. So looking to give another winner this coming weekend.
That's right, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when those NASCAR's picks come in, you get them right away. All right, Joey, have a great week. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. You have a great one.
You as well. Joey Tron here on the Drive To. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Mind about the pick chat pick of the day. Keep these picks coming in. All right, up next we got Rod Zawacky scheduled in. You know where to find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Baseball coverage here from Rod as we're going to cover game 2 of that Royals game. So let's bring him in right now. Ready to roll, Rod. Rod, what's happening? Oh, Rod isn't back yet. So we'll keep Rod on hold. We'll get to my pick, and then we'll get to Rod in a second. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. We'll get to my pick right now. This is Rod's pick, so we'll move to mine. It will be the Marlins game here against the Astros. We see that big line here, but we're going to be looking at a total in this one. We're going to be going under the total here of 8 runs. Marlins and the Astros hoeing against Framber Valdez there on the mound here for this Houston Astros team. And let me pick up my notes here in this one, and I will make some facts points here why I like this under here. We kind of look at the Marlins. They've had some struggles hitting over of late here, just 235 over their past 10 games. Their bullpen has been pretty good on the road this year. And when you look at the Houston pitching staff against these really bad offensive teams, the Astros are 17-4 the under against these teams that average 3.9 runs per game or fewer. Marlins 27-14 to the under on the road. Houston behind Valdez 10-5 to the under, so we'll go under here in this one. Actually, Hoeing has appeared in 12 games, ERA under 2, whip of 1.06, so he's put up some solid numbers as well. You know, Frammer is going to get the ground balls, 61% ground ball rate, so they get a run around. That could be double plays there. So we'll look under there in Marlins Astros. So check out Pick Dogs. I got also up there on the board right now. Best bet as well, single play for Major League Baseball, or you can get on board with my long-term pass, my 3, 7, or 30 All Sports pass, get all my premium plays. For that time period select, when you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Rod is now signed in, so let me go ahead and get his game up, and then we'll bring him in. We're going to be looking at game 2 here, that Royals and Cardinals game, so we'll bring Rod in ready to roll here. With that, we'll probably get some bonus plays from him as well. Rod, what's happening?
Trying to stay cool, buddy. Trying to stay cool.
Yeah.
It's hot here. Whew.
Absolutely. Very hot day here.
35 Celsius, so I'm not sure what that equates to. I think that's close to 95, I think.
Yeah.
Close, 95,
that's
96.
up in the 90s. Yeah, that's getting up there, man. That is hot. No doubt about it.
Hot for us, anyways. Unlike some people who've had the 112, 115. Yeah, that's
131.
I don't even know how
Vegas.
That's hot.
Yeah, that's pretty rough out there. All right, we're going to game 2 of this doubleheader between the Cardinals and Royals. We see the Cardinals $1.14, total 8.5.
Yeah, and this game 2, the Royals got the game 1 win earlier today, and heading into game 2 here, we're going to see Mike Walker getting the start for the Royals in this one. And you know what? His last 3 he's start to pitch real good again. He had some slumps. He started good, and then he hit a bump and went down. It wasn't pitching so good, but over his last 3, he's posting a 1.65 ERA over his last 3 starts. And in night games, he pitches even better, 5-2, 3.79 ERA. So I like what we see from Wacha here to start this one. Gordon Graceffo is going to get the start for the Cardinals here in this one. Going to get his first start. He did see some action back June 29th. Got a relief appearance. Went about 4.1 innings. Got 13 outs. Looks pretty good. He's definitely one of the up-and-coming prospects here for the Cardinals. He's got a wicked fastball. If he could get a little bit of movement on it, that would be even more impressive. But he tends to walk a few guys and get himself in trouble when these top guys can catch up to that fastball. He's regularly to pitch at between 93 and 96 miles an hour. And the problem is that guys can get onto it because there's not much movement. Once they see that it just comes in, it's like a juicy meatball over the plate, and then they love to hit it and crush it. 4.13 is his ERA in the single A, so in Memphis. So he was struggling there a little bit. So we'll see how he does here in this one, but I think the Royals can get to him. You look at the offense on both sides, pretty even over the last 10 games. Both teams crushed about 270 hitting-wise. Pitching-wise, give it to the Cardinals bullpen, just a bit slightly better, but the Royals starting pitching has been way better than what the Cardinals have been, and now we're getting a plus price with this here. I like the Royals here in game 2. They don't follow it. Here.
All right, Rob, frozen a little bit, coming in and out, but we got you now. Rod here on the Royals here, even money here, as he's got the heat freeze going on over there, but I think it's
heat freeze. That's exactly what it is. It's hot here. The fan just kicked on the computer. The fan's like, "Hey, what's going on? It's hot."
It's hot. Yeah, absolutely. There. Wacha's actually, when you look at his numbers, he had that stint there. He had it rough there in his last year in St. Louis, and then during the pandemic year in New Mets. But then he went to Tampa Bay. They tried to mess with him a little bit, try to make him an opener. And then he found some life here. Three teams in 3 years here: Boston, San Diego, and then KC kept his ERA in the threes.
Yeah, and you look, you know what? In those stints that you were saying for Wacha, in those stints with the Padres back last season, well, he beat the Cardinals in that game. He went 7 innings, only gave up 6 hits, 2 earned runs in that start, and then with the Red Sox a couple seasons ago, he beat the Cardinals then. So he has 2 wins already against the Cardinals under his belt, does Wacha over the last couple seasons. So it's not new to pitching to the Cardinals. I think that's why I like him here. He's done good both times. And definitely found himself a spot here with the Royals. Definitely improved from what we've seen. I remember Chris and his little, he had a little thing with Wacha, and it was always Pac-Man's coming. Watch out, here comes Wacha, eating up those runs. Domp, 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 domp. I remember. But Wacha's been definitely a servable pitcher for the Royals. And then a plus money, I'm in with the Royals here in this one. Yeah. I know what people see. They see that the Cardinals 6 straight have bounced back following a loss. That they always bounce back after a loss. Not this one. Royals are going to get it 2 straight. Sweep the doubleheader today.
We got Zawacky is on a 1-year contract here. He does have an option for next year. He can decline if he has a great year. Can decline the option, maybe get more money in free agency. So Zawacky definitely has a lot to play for this year.
Yeah, definitely an incentive for Wacha, and we've seen that he's definitely been pitching well. His last 3 looking real good. Like I said, night games, sub-4 ERA, that's pretty good for him. 5-2. Can't complain with what the Royals have got from Wacha so far. Hopefully they get another win here for us tonight.
Yeah, just 32 years old. Entered baseball in 2013 with the Cardinals at age 21. Spent a lot of years in the Cardinals from 2013 all the way to 2019. So he's been a long-time Cardinal. But again, last 5 years, 5 different teams. So that's it. Right?
one of those guys that moves around, and sometimes it happens. Sometimes the back end of your career, you find that team and you stick with and have success. So, hey, maybe he finishes off his career. Continues well this season and signs with the Royals for next season. And who knows? You know, this Royals team's young and looking good. A few more pieces, and watch out.
That's right.
Definitely can be a contender.
5 teams.
Some people happen to win it all this season. Yeah. So We've seen the Blumps, though. We still see why they sometimes still call them Royals with cheese. Here it comes.
There we go. That's right. The slumps.
The Royale with cheese.
That's right. All right, Rod here on the Royals even money tonight, 7:45 Eastern. We'll get a little bonus a little later. We're getting close to the witching hour here, so let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium tonight. A lot of baseball on the board tonight. We're getting some of these games started now. Orioles, Cubs have just started. We got at least about a dozen or so left to go. What do you have going on with Pick Dogs Premium?
You know, our Pick Dogs Premium today, I've got an MLB Birdcage, 3 plays I absolutely love, and one of those includes my 10-star play of the day. You can scoop that up in the Birdcage, or you can get my 10-star play of the day singly, or scoop up a long-term pass. Join me, pair me up with one of the other hot handicappers. Can't go wrong with that 2-for-1 capper promotional. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Jump aboard. Let's put some money into your pocket this week.
That's right, guys. Put some money into your pocket with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dodge Premium. You see the great results in WNBA. Long-term pass is the way to go. Get on board with Rod. All right, Rod. I know we'll have you back here on Steak Friday. Off day for Rod here from the show on Thursday, so we can go back and repurpose this game. Look at it tomorrow. There'll be a CFL game. Toronto and Montreal. We'll update you the odds here. 6.5 to 7. Montreal total 50.5.
Yeah, and I still I like Toronto in that one plus the points. I still think this Toronto team can keep it close. I don't know if they can upset Montreal. No one's done it so far this season, but if anybody can do it, I think Toronto, this is their one opportunity they want. They missed it in that first go-around versus Montreal, but here in this one, I think we got a closer, tighter game. I think the defense has come to play as well. So I like Toronto plus the 6.5, and I also like the under 50.5. I think this is a defensive battle going on tomorrow in that one on Thursday. I think the under. That's the better play, I think.
Looking at the under from Rod here in the CFL tomorrow on Thursday. And, of course, this line just came out. Tomorrow we got a single in WNBA with the Sky and Liberty. Liberty's going to lay a bundle here. Looks like 11.5. Total about 165.5 for tomorrow, WNBA.
Tomorrow, what do we got? Line just popped out.
Sky and Liberty.
The Sky and the Liberty, eh? Yeah. I would go with the Sky. The Sky's looking pretty good. Playing some pretty good basketball. And 11, I think that's just too many. Both these teams on the back-to-back for sure. As I believe they both played this morning, if I'm not mistaken. Chicago beat the Dream. Liberty beat the Sun, as they have always done. They just dominated over the Sun, as Liberty have done lots. But you're going from Phoenix all the way to the other side of the country to New York. Right? And now you have to play? That's quite the flight. You're going from one side of the country to the other side of the country and have to play a basketball game? Yep, give me the 11 points in that one. I like what we've seen from the Sky. The Chicago, they've definitely been battling and scrappy, so give me the Sky plus the points in that one.
Sky plus points. There you go. You got Rod's bonus. He's off to the show tomorrow, but we got you the CFL and WNBA there. And, of course, Rod tonight on the Royals. All right, Rod, we figured out what you got going.
Also the Nerfy in this one.
Nerfy
Royals and Cardinals, I think. Take the Nerfy in this one. I think we got a lower scoring one after that. Since this is game 2 of the doubleheader, I think we see both pitchers get through the first 6 outs, no problem. Because this Ruffolo, like I said, if he's on with that fastball, you choose hoops innings and not a lot of scoring in this one. Because he's got a fastball that can definitely fool some guys and make him chase. But we'll see. I don't think the Royals chase him, though. But in the first inning, maybe Weedy wanted to chase him. Take the Nerfy.
There you go. The Nerfy there from Rod. All right, Rod, as always, great having the show. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you on Steak Friday. Of course, just want to give a heads up. Next week, All-Star break. You know there'll be a lot of football, college football, NFL season win totals, some futures. We'll be ready to roll with football talk next week during All-Star break.
Oh, definitely tune in for that. You know what we did last season during the All-Star break. I came in and gave you Michigan win total over and wishing Michigan to win it all. So let's do if we can do it again this following All-Star week as well. Get you the winner of the national championship back-to-back seasons. So definitely tune in for that. I'm excited for this football season. Definitely, as Mitch was alluding to yesterday, Miami's looking pretty good, adding some recruits. Like I said earlier this week, I like Oklahoma. They look pretty good. They're returning 90% of their guys. There's some teams to watch out for. You can never, ever count out Georgia. They're always going to be battling with that defense. They'll next guy up, move in and out in Georgia. They're always there. and then you can't pass up on the Buckeyes. Watch out for the Buckeyes this season. Michigan's going to take a step back. We know they lost the coach and they lost some players. I like the Buckeyes. Watch out.
Keep an eye. We'll get Rod's pick here next week. Also, Rod, looking at the conference winners, title winners, in the Big 12, is there that much gap between Utah, Kansas State, and the rest of the league? When you look at the odds, there's huge odds discrepancy. Of course, obviously, Utah and Kansas State, the two favorites. But from there, it's a huge drop-off to the other teams.
Right? Some huge drops off in some of those. So you dig deep and find some value in those. Still working on some of those smaller conferences. So we'll definitely have some plays for you next week for sure. When it's the All-Star time and we got nothing else. So
that's right. It's football.
Time
to get to work on football.
Time to get to work on football.
That's right.
Good thing I've already started. So,
right, he's got his public. Remember, Rod used to show his publications, right? Rod, you always flash those publications, right? He's ready to flash them.
We already got it. The NFL one's ready to go. It's right there. Already been looking at it. 2024 preview. I've had that thing for a month already. So
there you go.
That's just the one that's right there in hand.
Phil Steele.
Just a little bit too far of a reach.
Get the online version.
You gotta be on top of these things. And that's what we do. That's what we do here. We get on top of who's playing, who's going, especially with the transfer portal the way it goes. This been going. Guys go everywhere. So it's sometimes the NHL gets like that.
Yeah.
So does college football.
Oh no doubt about that. Yeah, I know. Every which way.
So we keep it straight for you.
Yeah.
Every which way. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We love it though. I love it. I love college football. Two of the last three seasons that I've done college football here at Pick Dogs have been winning seasons. So I'm excited. Try to make it 3 or 4 winning seasons in college football.
That's right, guys.
Love making money in college football. It's just like, how can you not? The weekend goes insane. You get college football on the Saturday, and then you got NFL on the Sunday. Love it.
Yeah. And then who was it? The Sun Belt that started that weekday action early with the New Mexicos. We had what was those teams that we had? New Mexico State. We were getting all those. It was Sun Belt, right? Conference USA. Conference USA.
Conference USA. Yeah. Conference USA games during the week, and then I like to use Maction. We used to have a day for Maction, and then Friday used to be all the other schools like the Princetons and the Yales and the. I don't know. I'm excited. I hope we get some daytime football.
Yep,
definitely we'll have some daytime football back as well. Weekday, daytime.
Jacksonville State, Rich Rod's team. There was a lot of new teams. There is. I think there was a new team. I go back and look at it. I think there was one new entrant here, but I'll have to. It's a lot to keep up on. All right, Rod. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you again on Steak Friday.
You as well, Tony. You as well, Pick Dogs fam. Catch you guys on Steak Friday. See you then.
All right, Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Keep an eye on that chat pick a day. Right now, it is raised by a 6-4 margin. So keep these picks coming in. We'll recap in just a second. And speaking of recap, it's time now for the recap. That's tonight we had Chris on the Giants run line, laid the run and a half plus 142. Matt was on the run line with Oakland, take the plus 1.5 minus 120ish there. Wayne on the Guardians, laid the $1.48. Joey on Pete Alonso home run here at plus 300 tonight. Ron on the Royals at even money. I'll be on the Marlins Astros under 8. I'll go with Chris here with the Giants here to get that. I like that big plus money there on the Giants spot. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the drive-thru. So let's go ahead and recap the chat pick of the day and close it out. Chat pick of the day today will be on the Rays. So the Rays will be our chat pick of the day. Let's hit this one. Now it's time for you guys to go ahead and put your picks into the chat, your show picks in the chat, and we'll read them off in just a second. That's going to do it for this edition of the drive-thru. We'll be back again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. Bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat plays. Give out your plays for in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show. We're live here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with right now Chris and Jay. Of course, all these video series, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. It's Mitch's first 5. There's roundtable discussion with professionals. We also have Chris and Jay with their WNBA rundown. Wayne with his boxing. Joey with his NASCAR rundown. Ron Romanelli with his baseball breakdown. Big Al McMorty with his All Access against the public betting here with Dana Lane. Contrarian plays, sharp plays here from our man Brian Bittler. Costi with his sharp training plays. Of course, don't forget the Nerfies short videos here from Brad Francis, as well as his parlay. Shorts parlays from our man Jovan as well. Kirk coming in with the soccer and his totals from baseball. A lot more, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us to get the plays in real time. All right, let's give you the show picks for today's show. We got Blake likes the Texas Rangers run line. Ramon will take the Royals with Rod in there. Bodun liking the Rays here. Show pick from Ron Crawford will be Arizona -108. D-backs there. Ziggy Balls checking in here. He likes today in baseball Padres, Brewers, and Diamondbacks. That is from Ziggy Balls coming in with his plays. Gives out picks on Twitter. Bo Dunn likes that Dodger game going under 9.5 from Bo Dunn. That's his show pick tonight. Let's see what else we've got here, guys. All right, going once, going twice. I'll give one more refresh. All right, we got them all in, guys. That's going to do it. Let's go ahead and bring in our cappers from